pee in a cup. And now I have to take out my retainer, all my jewelry in here. And now I need to, ooh, they're warm. There's these cloths, they're so warm. And I have to wipe down my body in whatever way this says, and then get all my stuff on. All right, so now I guess the nurses are gonna come in and the doctor and give me my IV, start my medicine, come talk to me a little bit. And I think they're actually gonna bring my fiance back in, which is nice because I'm nervous. But yeah. So I just met with my surgeon and he said that it's gonna be quick and easy. I'm gonna have stitches on the inside and then like the tape and the glue on the outside, and I can't shower for 24 hours after, and that's really it. He promised me he will not take my leg because I'm scared that I'm gonna come out and like have a missing limb or something, but he said that's not the case. So I just got some medicine for anxiety, and it's good. You want some? Get there, how the door's gonna open. Chris.
What, baby?
They gave me fentanyl.
Oh, jeez.
Hell yeah.
Fentanyl? Are you joking?
No. I heard him.
Your eyes are real bright green.
I can't get them to focus.
I bet. You want to call your mom?
Yes.
Okay. She's out of surgery. And we're getting ready to put her normal clothes back on and head home. I think she wants some McDonald's though, right, baby? And we gotta get medicine. Walgreens.
Oh, my dog.
Yeah, you want your dog. Give me some. You did.
Don't let me fall.
Alright, baby.
Hey guys. I'm one organ less.
I don't know if, is your gallbladder an organ?
I think so. And it hurts. I want to go home and take a nap. I want to show them. Trigger warning. Which one?
Well, they all are kind of.
Yeah. Put those down, but it can't reach. Ready.
For our
This
way
pillow,
home.
Amazon for 30 bucks. And it straps around you. And there's a pouch in here that you can fill with ice packs. And let's go home. So the surgeon was updating my fiance through it. And he said that my gallbladder was definitely inflamed. So it had to come out. And even though he said it's inflamed and the HIDA scan proved that it wasn't draining like it was supposed to, they're still gonna send it in and get it tested and just confirm everything. So I asked them when I could eat and drink, and they said right after. So we're at Burger King. The only pain I'm having right now is like the bottom of my right ribs, like right where my gallbladder was.
Coke to drink as well?
After Burger King, go to Walgreens and pick up my pain medicine, and my nausea medicine. Shut the fuck up.
Hold on 1 second, okay?
Damn it, I lost my crown. Package secured. Prescriptions secured. This is more uncomfortable. Let him up here.
Robert, you wanna see Mama?
Hi, baby. Hi.
It's Mama.
Hi, Bobby. Hi. Hi, bud.
Let's get you inside.
Hi, sweet boy.
Come here, Mama's.
Hi, baby. Hi, Bob. You're okay. I just said hi to both the Bubs, but they're so upset that they can't cuddle me. And then Chris just let Ace out to use the bathroom, but they just want cuddles. And all the medicine I just picked up, there's actually 2 painkillers. One is hydrocodone or something. One is 800 milligram ibuprofen. One is nausea medicine. And then I also picked up my birth control. So.
GoPro safe. Stretch a little bit. You want to put it around your pajamas?
Yeah. I'm bleeding.
You have air in your belly too. All right. Enough for the nose.
Getting it. I don't look too bad, huh? I don't look too shabby.
No, you look good.
I took a nap and I changed. And now we're gonna go get ice cream. Nothing hurts that bad right now, but it's super crampy where my gallbladder was, and that's because of all the gas that they had to fill me up with. Right, so we went to Publix and got some stuff. I got strawberries, blueberries, pineapple, carrots and hummus. What else did I? We got a case of water. So far, that one incision, the top part, leaked a little bit, but it's not really blood, it's like clear stuff. So that leaked a little bit, but everything else is doing good. Officially 24 hours since surgery. And we're gonna attempt to shower. He's gonna help me. Alright. I took some more medicine. I'm wearing a bodysuit, not like a tight one, but just holds everything in. I'm feeling good. It's still super crampy, but walking helps so much. Just went to the dog park and I need to come home and rest a little bit because walking feels really good, but it's exhausting. So I've got a fruit salad. I've got pineapple, strawberries, blueberries, and then those are some dried prunes on top. You guys saw I got all that stuff yesterday from the grocery store, so I'm going to get some ice on, compression socks, eat, rest, and then we're gonna go grocery shopping. But yeah, you'll be surprised how much walking takes out of you. So still good, just so crampy. So around like 4 a.m. I woke up in a lot of pain, and it's because 6 hours prior I was feeling good, so I took a little bit lower dosage of a pain medicine, and I shouldn't have done that, but I just took some more medicine, more ice packs. We're gonna go back to sleep. My boy. He knows his mama's hurting. Today is day 4. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I just woke up. But update. Maybe the swelling's going down. I don't know. I don't think so. I still feel pretty swollen, but as far as like the cramps and everything, the cramps are getting much better. And I can take deep breaths. I think I told you that yesterday. I think yesterday was the first time I could take a deep breath, but that's much better, and definitely moving a little bit more than I was before, but still just as exhausted. But I'm gonna attempt to, I don't know what is going on. I'm gonna attempt to take a shower by myself, so let's do this. This might be TMI, but this is a surgery video, so you're gonna get what you're gonna get. But I haven't done a number 2 since my surgery, which was Friday morning, and it's now Monday afternoon. So I'm eating prunes. And the doctor gave me stool softener medicine that I've been taking for the last 2 days. So one was about the bowel movements, which I still haven't had, so he recommended Miralax. So I also have a little bit of this eczema rash on my belly, which I honestly think is my dog's chewing on his bone. That's what that odd noise is. But before I went into surgery, I had this big pack of wipes that I had to wipe down my whole body with, which I showed you guys. And I think that really dried out my skin, but especially on my belly, because I went over it so many times. And then once I got into the surgery room, they probably went over it a bunch more times with whatever they used. But I think it's just causing all this dry skin. They did say a lot of times people have reactions to the stuff that they use, like the glue or the tape or any of that, but it's not bad at all. It's just definitely just bumpy eczema rash or whatever. So I put some lotion on my belly without getting too close to the incisions, because they do say don't put anything on them. So try to stay clear of that, but I did get some lotion on there, and I'm gonna try and drink. I've been drinking so much water, but I'm gonna try and drink more, hydrate my skin, and we'll see. Hello guys, it has been exactly 1 week since gallbladder surgery. Here we are. Still a little bit of bloating, but I mean much better than where we were last week. So I ended up putting a Band-Aid over this way because my incisions, like, I guess that doesn't really work, does it? My incisions, like, let me explain, like the centerpiece tape right here, the center section, like was open and I could see my incision. So I just put this piece of tape over it to keep it covered, but this is how we look. So far, this one has been the most painful, and then this one, but definitely this one by far. This is the biggest one. So I actually went and read my report, and all my incisions were 5 millimeters, except for this one was 12 millimeters. So this is the one that they must have pulled my gallbladder out of, I'm assuming. Hello guys, I'm currently at my post-op to get my incisions looked at and hopefully get all of my bandages off, even though 2 out of 4 of them have fallen off. This is the update. Here's one that's fallen off. I have this really odd bruise, like the big mark is the bruise, and that's a little incision. And my belly button one came off, but I just put a Band-Aid over it because it kind of rubs. So hopefully these ones can come off. And I had a Band-Aid over this one because it's like tearing in the middle. All right, so I just got done and all my incisions look really good except my top one. We put another Band-Aid on. It's a little bit like lumpy looking, kinda. Basically, we're gonna wait a few more weeks and see if it heals more normally. If it doesn't, I can go back in and they can just like basically cut the outside and take the extra piece of skin and then sew it back together so it heals flat. So I might do that if it ends up healing a little bit wonky. But yeah, everything looks good. I can go swimming in the chlorine pool, which I'm so excited about. I still, after seeing what my thing looked like today, my top incision, I don't know if I want to go in the chlorine today just yet, just because it did look a little scary, even though he said it was fine. And still no heavy lifting for 2 more weeks. So one of my clients that I normally have in the mornings, I was gonna start next week, but I think I might have to push it out another week just because that client in particular requires heavy lifting. So I'm gonna have to push that back a week and obviously still watch what I lift for another 2 weeks. But other than that, it went really good. So this picture is showing all of my 4 incisions, and you can see that top one in this picture, the lump that's on it. That actually ended up completely going away. I didn't need to go in for the extra surgery that would take out the extra piece of skin and make it flat. It went down on its own, which I'm so happy about. And also my eczema completely went away and I'm having no more issues with that. This other picture I wanted to show here is probably the most swollen I was. I believe this was day 4 or 5. But now, 6 weeks after, I am completely back to normal, flat, no bloating. I haven't had any issues, no gallbladder pain. Well, obviously, because my gallbladder's not there, but no pain like I felt before this surgery. So this is definitely a huge success, and I'm so glad I went through with this. So I wanted to pop in here and let you guys know how I found out that this was even my gallbladder that was causing me all this pain. You're gonna hear my dog's collars in the background. But basically, one day, it was actually one night, I randomly got excruciating pain in my back and my front chest. It was kind of wrapping around my ribs, but it was just extreme back and chest pain. And I couldn't explain what triggered this, where it came from, anything. I just remember one night it started, and I spent that whole night just curled up on the floor in a ball trying to sleep just to make this pain stop because ibuprofen was not working. I wasn't dehydrated because I drank so much water and that wasn't working. I would use heat and I would use ice and nothing worked. So I just figured maybe I pulled it at the gym because at the time I was working out every day, which I am getting back into, but at the time, like I said, before my surgery, I was working out a lot. So I figured I just pulled a muscle. So I went the whole night being in pain, the whole next day being in pain. And then another night of same exact thing, it would not go away. And then the second day of this excruciating pain, I ended up I was in training or class for getting my CNA license, which I am gonna go back and do, but because of my surgery, I wasn't able to finish my course, but I am gonna do that in a few months. But anyway, I was in the middle of class and it just got so bad that I walked out of class and my professor ended up following me and making sure everything was okay. And I told her that I'm just having excruciating chest and back pain. And she said, how long has it been going on for? And I said, it's been a couple days. Like, I can't handle this anymore. So she ended up calling an ambulance. Ambulance came and got me and I went to the ER, met my fiance there. I got blood work done, everything came back normal. I got an EKG done, everything came back normal. I got an ultrasound done of my gallbladder, my kidney, my liver. Everything came back normal. Everything looked normal. They gave me some pain medicine, which did work, and then they sent me home. So I went home, and once that pain medicine wore off, I was in excruciating pain again. The same exact pain. It would not go away. I was so upset because I had spent 6 or 7 hours at the ER being told that nothing's wrong with me, and them just sending me home with some medicine, thinking everything's gonna be fine. So I was angry. So the next day I went to my doctor. I said, I need to come in right now. I ended up seeing actually a different doctor because my current doctor was on vacation. I said, this cannot wait. I need to see my doctor, a doctor today, besides the ones that were at the ER. So I saw a doctor, and I got some more blood work done, and they felt around a little bit, and we're thinking maybe that this is some sort of back or chest injury. They thought that I had injured the muscles that connect to my rib cage, because I just kept saying it hurts internally, it hurts inside of me. That's what I kept saying over and over again. So I ended up getting a shot. I believe it wasn't cortisone, but it was similar. It was a very, very strong painkiller in my left hip is where I got the shot, and they said that this would take away all my pain, I would be fine. That was a lie, because it did absolutely nothing. And come to find out, it's because this was my gallbladder that was hurting. This was not a muscle tear or pull, so of course the shot didn't work. But I was really hopeful. And like I said, I got blood work while I was there again. I went home, was trying to relax, trying to just deal with this pain, prayers that it was going to go away. I mean, this was the worst pain of my life. It just feels like someone is stabbing you a million times in your back, but they're just going in circles around your back. So the pain's just radiating throughout your back and constantly stabbing you in your chest. I had so much cramping. It felt like period cramps, and I was extremely bloated. So it was just horrible. So later that afternoon, my doctor's office calls me back and says, hey, your D-dimer levels are pretty high and you need to go back to the ER. D-dimer level is... D-dimer is something in your blood that is heightened when you have and D-dimer levels are something that is heightened in your blood when you normally have a blood clot. So my doctor said you need to go back to the ER like immediately. So I am rushed back to the ER. Fiance leaves work again, comes and meets me, and I tell them what's going on, that I got blood work back, my D-dimer levels were heightened, which I still didn't know why they didn't see that my D-dimer levels were heightened when I was there literally the day before, if they just missed it or didn't even check or look. I think that the doctor has to request that they check your D-dimer levels. I remember my doctor the second day said, I'm just going to check everything just to be sure, which thank goodness they did, because if they didn't see that my D-dimer levels were heightened, I would have never gone back to the ER and figured this out as soon as I did. So anyway, I'm rushed back to the ER. I told them that my doctor found that my D-dimer levels are high. I'm having extreme chest and back pain. So immediately we think I'm having a heart attack, or there's a blood clot in my lungs, my heart, something. Ugh, I got a stain. It's pasta sauce. But anyway, we think that it's some sort of blood clot or a heart attack. Something's going on. We do more blood work, another EKG, a CT scan. The doctor comes and feels around and says, hey, nothing's wrong with you. There's nothing that we can do for you. So kick rocks, basically. So again, they give me more pain medicine. They send me home. The pain medicine wears off, and I'm in excruciating pain again. The next day, I go back to my doctor. I say this is not a back injury because the shot that was supposed to help for this muscle back injury did not work. My D-dimer levels are high. It's not a blood clot. Something's going on. So finally, they refer me to get a HIDA scan. And the HIDA scan is what tests how well your gallbladder is working. So I think it was only a couple days before I went back and got my HIDA scan. Did that, and the next day I got my results back that my gallbladder was not working. It's supposed to function over a certain percentage, and mine was under functioning. So that's why on my ultrasound everything looked good, because my gallbladder looks healthy, but it's the inside that's not functioning correctly. Come to find out, when I think I said this, my surgeon talked to my fiance after, he did say, you know, the outside of the gallbladder looks fine, but on the inside it's really scarred up and you can tell that it's not functioning well. And then my result or my biopsy came back. There's no cancer, everything looks normal, but the inside was like granular, like looked like sugary, and was also scarred. So we know it just wasn't working. So this is your reminder that if something is just telling you that there's something wrong and the doctors keep saying that there's not, and they keep trying to push you away, make you feel like this is not something that you're really experiencing, just keep pushing for appointments, keep listening to yourself, to your mind, to your body. It's really important. You only have one body for the rest of your life, so you might as well take care of it and not just wait things out. If you're in pain, get it checked out. But yes, that is my gallbladder surgery journey. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, make sure you subscribe. I post new videos every single week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.